Hello, Ainur. How are you?
Hi, I'm glad to see you.
I'm glad to see you as well. Ainur is a friend from Kazakhstan that I have met in Almaty, and she's a fellow entrepreneur as well. And she's one of the productive examples that I can give to you. She's an entrepreneur, she's a coach, she's doing her own business, and she's a mother of three as well. So she even has this bonus added clause that most of us single people don't have. She's also a mother, and I respect her even more for that because
Thank you.
juggling between all these private and professional things, and she also does sports regularly, is very difficult. So Ainur is a good role model and a good example. So first of all, before I start asking you questions, Ainur, I described you a bit, but if you want to say anything further, you can shortly say, where are you from? What do you do exactly? And then we can start.
Okay, a little bit introduction of me. Thank you. I'm also a journalist and a producer, and I'm entrepreneur and a coach and psychologist. And I have my own program. It calls Run Your Mind, where I um, added running and coaching and psychology, and created a program of um, where running is like a training for efficient of person.
Okay, so you
Uh,
combine both of your hobbies and professions, basically.
yes,
Amazing. And I also know that you go to marathons around the world. That's also something that I would like
this is my hobby.
to
Yes,
talk about.
I've been in Turkey last year in October, and I've run 38 kilometers in Cappadocia. I liked it so much.
Amazing. And I also like personally that you combine your hobby with your profession. I think it's a very unique standing point. So tell me, Ainur, first of all, I want to ask you a very simple question. What does be
Mhm.
productive mean to you?
Um, I thought about this question, and before answering on this, I'd like to have some semantic parsing of the word of productive. And in my mind, in my feeling of the universe, I see that our life is a global product, which includes a lot of short or long term products in our life. And it depends on our social roles. For example, you said that I'm mom, I'm a marathon runner, I'm entrepreneur, and so on. And every person has different areas in their lives. And for example, you have a few areas in your life, few various fields of activity. And your productive will depend on your productive inside these activities. And there is a technique from coaching where you have a scale from 1 to 10, and you need to put your satisfying of this field. For example, you have in your life, you're a sportsman, you're a coach, you are a father or mother, you have relationships, you have a family, you have your business, you have your hobby, traveling, and so on. And you need to put the scale, which will depend on your satisfying in this field, from 1 to 10, where 1, you are unhappy in this area, you are not satisfied, and 10, you are very happy, joyful, and satisfied on your 100%. So your 100% of productivity in your whole life will depend on productivity in each field. And it will depend on your energy and your wish to start your new projects and complete them and take a result.
So it's also about prioritizing it and also putting value into it, regardless how important this is for you. and how satisfied you're with it. Then you get
Yes.
certain points, and depending on it, if you want to increase that, you start working on it, right?
Yes.
All right. And do you consider yourself as a productive person? That I'm curious about. I consider you as a productive person, but a lot of productive people, they don't think they're productive because the level of expectations can differ. So what do you think? Do you think you're a good role model as a productive person?
Um, it depends on different stages of my life. For example, when I start a new project, I don't think that I'm productive, and I'm unsatisfied because I don't know nothing about my productivity in this area, in this business, in this project. But when I get the results, I say, yes, okay, it's good for you, but you may do it better. And the backstage of productivity is focusing on the result, on the achieving. And that kind of persons are always has a tense, have a tense, and they can't relax. I'm telling about me now. Because I do always have new goals, new aims, and I'm focused on achieving the results. And the main skill and the main habit that I need to improve in myself is just to relax and trust the universe, trust people, just trust being,
It's a very good
if you
point,
know what I
actually.
mean.
I resonate
Yes.
with it. I'm trying to be better at this as well. I think the danger of a lot of productive people is this. They also have to learn that it's important to relax every now and then to be more
Mm-hmm.
productive in the long term, because otherwise people burn out. We're not robots. So we have to make a good time schedule or have a better understanding on when do we spend time for ourselves, when do we spend time doing nothing, when do we spend time for our family, for our hobbies, and when do we spend time to work. And whenever we do this, we completely focus on these aspects. So for me, that's a very important part of productivity. Also spending
Mm-hmm.
time for yourself, for your well-being, for your health,
Yes,
for your
yes,
spirit, right?
yes. This is what I wanted to say you next.
Fantastic. And yes, tell me, as a professional entrepreneur, runner, sports person, coach, mother of three, how do you stay productive? Do you have certain methods that you follow? Do you have daily routines? How does it work for you, Ainur?
You almost answered on this question because I wanted to start from recovering. It will be unexpectedly maybe, but the first secret of productivity is recovering, and recovering on four aspects on your life. In your life, it is your body, your emotion and socializing, your intellect, and your spirit. If you care about these four aspects, you will never get tired. It's amazing, but it is true. And I live like this. And if sometimes I feel tired myself, I ask myself where I feel an emptiness in physical, in emotions, in intellect, or in spirit. And there is about a balance, saving balance in these four aspects in your life. The second secret of productivity, of my productivity, is interesting in my life. Someone call it ambitions, but it's not about ambitions. It is about curiosity and open-minded and curious about something new, about learning something new, about starting something new. And when you start your deals with curious, not with waiting for some results, it will be another energy. You will never get tired because you will be like a child. You will be like playing your business, your projects, and it will be much easier for you. And the third is a habit to complete your deals. So you can start a lot of projects, but you cannot, for example, you don't have the habit to complete, and you can just delay them. And you'll have a lot of projects that don't have a finish. But if you get used to complete all you started, then you will have 100% result, and you will be satisfied in your life, and you will say, yes, I'm a productive person.
A lot of good points here. I especially like the point about being balanced. I think everything in life depends on that. As also we said, balance between work and fun, balance between your spirit, your body, your health, your loved ones.
Yes.
Once you maintain that, at some point it becomes like a muscle, I guess, and each time you get better and better at it. And as a last question, you answered it actually, but let me ask you, in case you want to add something extra.
Yeah.
If I would come to you as a person who would be suffering from not being productive, and if I would ask you as a coach or as a productive person, Ainur, I can't be productive. What would you tell me? What would you recommend me to do? What would you say to this poor person?
I would ask you, what is productivity for you? Because if you feel like this, only you know what is productivity for you. Because in my opinion, your productivity maybe is a high level, but how do you feel yourself?
Yeah, I understand.
Yes.
As a coach, obviously you approach things with questions, so you would first figure out what the person, how the person sees it, how the person puts meaning into it, and then you would dive deeper into the problems, I guess.
Yes, because it's very important, because we may have different points of view.
Yes, and
when I look at you,
sorry,
I can see a very productive person, but when you look at yourself, you may say that no, I'm not enough.
Exactly, it completely depends on the perspective, and I don't think there is like one single recommendation, like a pill that a person would take and it would cure everything. I guess it depends on the person, it depends on the situation, and it depends on how they look at it, right?
Yes, of course.
All right. And for people to keep on following you as an inspirational woman you are, from which social media platforms they could follow you, dear coach?
Yes, they can follow me in Instagram, and I'm planning to start my TikTok with my project Run Your Mind, and yes, Instagram and Run Your Mind in TikTok, and Facebook if they know Russian, because I write there on Russian only.
All right. Fantastic. I will put your profile, social media profile, in the description anyways, so they could follow you and follow you as a role model. All right. Is there anything else that you would like to add before we finalize?
I'd like to say not to focus on the results, because the life is very interesting thing, and you can plan something, but if you plan something very strongly, you don't let the space to wander you. But if you put the goals and you are open for any results, and just you say, okay, universe, just wonder me, you will have more.
Good point. Go with the flow.
Yes.
Get prepared.
Yeah.
Go with the flow as well. Don't fix on one result. Thank you very much, Ainur. It was great to see you, and it was great to hear you.
Thank you too.
And I'll see you in another.
I was glad to see you.
Take care, Ainur.
Bye.